Dollar Bets Podcast, your home to free money sports betting.
All right, Dollar Bets. Welcome to June, D-boe. June already. We got NBA Finals. My Celtics are long gone. Knicks are long gone. Not really, but did they act like they won the championship when they beat the Celtics? A little celebrating in the end zone, like they hadn't been there before.
Yeah. They hadn't been there in a while, so
so good for them, I guess. But feel sorry for all those Pacers fans that are getting beat up by Knicks fans after every game. But kind of nice to see them lose a little bit and be sad. But I'm not a huge Pacer fan either, so. But it should be a good final, I think. I think you're thinking it's going to be a little closer probably than me, but we'll get to those bets in a second. So how's everything going with you?
Everything's going good except for my dollar bets. I mean, I'm getting so close on rebet to, I think 3 times in the last week I was 1 bet away from cashing out. Just how it goes. I'm in a rut, dude. It's a June swoon for me.
Yeah, I got a couple teams on my do not bet list. Every time I bet them, they lose, and that's the Padres and the Phillies. Every time I don't bet them, like tonight, Phillies won big. Bet them yesterday, lost. I mean, you can make a killing just betting against the Rockies. Rockies finding all the Marlins.
Rockies are on a 2-game win streak. They beat the Marlins twice.
Yeah, Scotty Alexander's looking for a new team, though. I heard that he got released. So hopefully he ends up somewhere soon. We'll wish him luck and maybe be back in Oakland. All right, let's
Sacramento. You mean?
Yeah, that's the Sacramento. They don't. They don't even call them Sacramento. Like on the scoreboard, it just says Athletics.
Yeah, they just says
It'll
Athletics.
Be like Chicago versus Athletics. It doesn't even say Sac. It's weird.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Blanton's Challenge.
The Dollar Bets Blanton's Challenge is a year-long competition between Matt and D-boe. Here are the rules. We only use 5 free money sports books: Fliff, Thrills, Rebet, Sportzino, and Novig. You cannot deposit any money. The person that withdraws the most amount of money in 2025 wins the bottle of Blanton's. Here are the current standings.
All right, current standings. I have about $150 lead, $160 lead. I'm at $499.12. You were at $341.63. Yeah, it's getting to be a start.
You're looking like you're minus 300 right now for the bottle of Blanton's.
Minus 300.
I'll put a line on it right now. But hey, doesn't mean I can't come back.
Good for it. Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money, Lebowski?
Yeah, where's the money, Lebowski? I'm sure you can come back. I still kind of pissed that I have nothing from Sportzino. I've got nothing from Novig. Last month I was out of state, so couldn't even collect my Novig. Sportzino, man, I just can't. I don't know what it is. I haven't even been close in there. Like all the other ones, I've gotten some bad beats. Sportzino, I have not had any bad beats. I don't know. I just do different bets with them, I think. I don't know what it is when I do that because they give you the same money. Sometimes they give you more. Like I should be way up in Sportzino. But
the interface is a little weird. It's a little wonky because it's not an app, and
it's not an app.
It's kind of hard.
For a while they had the opposite pitchers like on the teams. Like if it was the Giants, they had the wrong pitcher on the thing. Yeah, I think they're trying to get you for the slots and everything in that one. But
we're not buying into
Rebet
that.
is the one we should be killing because you only need $20 to take out. That's the one I do have the most in.
And they give you $1 a day.
They give you $1 every day. Where Fliff does too. Fliff, you can. I mean, if you
Fliff and
Rebet every
Rebet
hour, you get up to $1.60 every day if you want to every 2 hours. But But overall, not bad. We're still making money on it, which is good.
Yep.
All right, so let's. You ready for some picks for this week? You got NBA. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, let's start NBA. Start the finals. Game 1 is tomorrow. Give me the Pacers +9. Also, I'm gonna throw a little coin on the Pacers to win it all. 5-1. It's just just a lot of value. I'm a value better.
Yeah, you are a value better.
I think there's just a lot of value in that 5-1. They're kind of identical teams.
5-1.
5-1. They're kind of identical teams. Like They both are very deep. Both have great long wing guards, and they can run you off. Both teams can run you off the court. Pacers have the number one offense. You know, we talked about this last time. It's in their name, the Pacers. You score a bucket, you better get back on D because they will score on a made bucket in a hurry. I think the OKC is going to win, but give me the value on the Pacers, 5-1. Win it all.
Yeah,
and then plus nine. Plus nine tomorrow too.
But you're taking the Pacers tomorrow as well.
I'm taking. I don't think they win.
Today,
but I think
this comes out when this goes live.
I think they keep it close. We all want to see a close game, and we all want to see it to go 7, right? So I do think OKC wins, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
All right. Yeah, I think OKC is going to win the series. I just like you said, there's no money in it. You know, the odds are so bad; it's not worth risking the money for that. So I was looking at some other bets. Really, just some series props is the way I was looking at this series and way to place my money. I think I'm going to take OKC and minus given land 9 tomorrow. That's the only game I feel confident in. I think the first game, just a little bit more rest, crowd into it. I feel like they're going to, we're going head to head again as always. That's the only game I feel confident right now with the points until I see some of the matchups. I just think first game they're going to come out pretty well. I've got some, like I said, some series props, some interesting ones. I was looking at Bet Online, just going through some series props and looked at the ones that really came out with the first one. And this is coming from you as you're talking about setting the pace. And it was the highest total points to be scored by a team in any game. And the number is 144.5. So I am going to take that. The team over for the series, 144.5 minus 120. And I don't know who's going to get that. I think probably the Pacers, maybe at home. Maybe game 3.
Maybe overtime game, maybe double overtime game.
Yeah. So I see that as that's one of the fun bet. You know, just throw that out there. Pays 120. Not great odds, but I think that's a good number. Next one is I know you just said we want the series to go 7. I think it's going to be a 6-game series, and since I think it's going to be a 6-game series, I'm taking the plus 320 for the series to be over in 6 games. Plus 320.
Plus 320 is that OKC in 6, or is it? Do you have to pick a team?
You don't have to pick. This is just number of games. So this is I think if OKC in 6, you probably get a little better number than that. So I might do that one too, but just hedge it with any team. But
that's good.
And then finally, SGA highest point total in any game. What do you think that number is going to be?
40.
So they got 42.5. I'm going to go
42.
under on that one.
There you go.
Under minus 125. So 3 kind of random picks. Keep staying alive in the whole series. You know, keep my money riding on it. Keep me interested in the series. Like I said, I don't have a horse in this race because my Celtics are done. But I just want to take a couple series bets. Probably not going to parlay any of those things, but just some serious bets. And I'll bet each game. I'll do a player prop, probably maybe chalkboard or something like that on each game, but we can talk about those later. But OKC tomorrow, and then those three series bets.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I might follow you on this series ending in 6. That's a good one. Plus 320.
Plus 320 is pretty good odds for that.
Yeah.
So let's move on to baseball.
Yeah,
you were talking tomorrow. I think we're both looking at the Padres-Giants game as our thing. I know a lot of day games, so probably won't have this out there before a lot of day games start. But Giants is a night game tomorrow, right?
6:45, 6:40, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Giants minus 105 here against Nick Pivetta, who's been pitching very well. Kyle Harrison, very young pitcher for the Giants. He came up last year, pitched pretty well. It was 2 years ago. His velocity was 92 when he first came up, and then last year he brought it up to 93. This year he's up to 95 on the fastball. It's a very dirty pitch for him, that 2-seam fastball. I think I really like Kyle Harrison out of the young. I like the Giants have a lot of future young future pitching in their. Sorry, they have a lot of young pitchers in their future, and it's looking kind of bright for the Giants. I'm pretty happy as a Giants fan. And give me Kyle Harrison minus 105. And I just need the bats to wake up.
Well, I'm hoping the bats don't wake up because I'm taking the under in this game. It's a low number too. It's 7, which most games, kind of the standard is 8 runs. Is usually how things are set, unless I see a good pitching matchup, which we have here. It's kind of an old school National League pitcher matchup. Taking like a 2-1 ball game here. Hopefully, it doesn't go extras. Giants bats have been cold. Padres have
Very
been
cold.
a little bit cold too. So
The
like
Giants
the under-
haven't scored. The Giants haven't scored 5 runs since May 16th.
it's brutal.
That's brutal.
But hopefully they stay that way in a couple weeks when the Red Sox come to town and they don't score. But the Red Sox, I think, if they score 3 runs, they should be able to beat the Red Sox right now because it'll be like a 3-2 game.
And the Giants just lost.
And the Giants just lost. So, yeah, I got the under in that game. You got the Giants. I think that's going to be our MLB bet. You got any other MLB things you're going for tomorrow?
Not tomorrow, but I have a futures I want to talk about here.
Yeah, what's that?
Aaron Judge is minus 20,000. 20,000 to win 100, to win the MVP. Let's talk about this. He gets hurt for 2 weeks. Which is very likely.
He gets hurt every year, right? He's been hurt every year. He's been in the league.
Minus 20,000. I'm looking at Bobby Witt's 30-1. There's value in all these guys. Jose Ramirez 90-1. A team like the Tigers, who are the best team.
Bobby Witt had a huge game tonight too.
Yeah, he had a big game. Give me a couple guys on the Tigers too. Even throw Scuball in there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is rare for Scuball is 180-1, and Torkelson is 150-1. I mean, there's just a lot of value in this AL MVP race because yes, Aaron Judge is batting 400, he's hitting the fuck out of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He gets hurt 2-4 weeks, that number is going to come down drastically. So
yep.
Yeah, I mean,
so who are you going to put the money on? I'd take Witt.
I mean, I would take Witt 30-1, Jose Ramirez 90-1, and then I would probably take one of the Tigers bats like Riley Green or Torkelson, because if they're the best team, or even Scuball at 180-1.
You just unfortunately got the media market going against you with both Witt and School. Just the Midwest.
The media market. That's right.
Not getting as many eyes on those games. People who vote, you get some of these voters just don't. They don't watch the games. They don't look at them.
If the Tigers continue what they do, and they are the number 1 team in the AL, then that's going to get some recognition. I would hope.
Like it? Cool.
Yep.
All right. We're getting to, the calendar turns to June. All of a sudden, start seeing some panic among some teams. You start seeing some changes. Coaches get on the hot seat. Stuff is no longer like, oh, it's April, we got plenty of time. May, they get a little, but once it's June, teams start to look at those standings start to get a little more solid in there. So
we're over 1/3 of the way through. So
yeah, it makes it a little easier to start to bet now too. I mean, it's you just have some teams you just know are consistently going to be bad, and some of the pitchers are starting to lock in. Gets a little warmer weather, so. Like Wheeler, when Wheeler's coming up, I'm always going to throw money on them. So there's certain pitchers that you just find them when they're in the rotation. It's like, let's bet them.
Not to mention Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh is 25-1. He's tied with Ohtani and homers. They both have 22. So
Ohtani's been on a little slump lately. His swing, watch him the last couple of games. He's been just taking some. He usually looks locked in at the plate. He's just been missing by.
He had a good May. The month of May was good for him, but the last couple games.
Last couple games, he just seems a little bit like his swing is just a little bit off. But I mean, that happens to every player. So, how's your streak going for beat the streak?
I think I'm at 4.
I'm at 4 too. So 4. It's a long way to go. All right, I got a couple more bets here. I got the Club World Cup. Club World Cup is coming up, starting in a week. It's about 10 days. So there's a couple teams in there. I mean, Inter Milan and PSG are both in there. You would think those would be the easy picks. I think those players they're going to see this as just kind of like so beneath them after winning Champions League. I think they're going to play some other people, I think they're not going to take this as serious as some of the other teams. I think one of the teams that's really going to take this is a young team, which is Chelsea. I think Chelsea's came on really strong in the Premier League at the end of the year. They're a young team. They're going to have fire to win something. I see Chelsea getting plus 1,000 to win it. Like those odds, pretty good. And then second pick would be Bayern Munich. They're getting plus 700. So those are my two picks. I'll probably throw some money on each of those as some future bets. And as we get closer, we'll talk maybe some group stages and get some other bets. Maybe we'll do a soccer
Get Downey.
episode.
Yeah, we'll get Downey in here for
We'll get
that.
Downey on
That's
here.
Yeah.
After he's done commiserating about his Knicks,
Yeah.
he can join us.